I said being able to discuss or answer questions, especially since we're going through the deployment
Okay.
now. Well, then I have like records management, the HRIS systems, and I have filing. And
So they're asking what critical processes that will going to be impacted due to this transition, I believe.
okay, that's where they're going with that. So you were saying the recruiting then.
Right. The business aspect is the main thing.
You said the what?
And the recruiting is the main thing.
Uh-huh.
If you go back and look at some of the duties,
Right.
I think is the main thing that's going to be impacted. I mean, the other things that we do are sort of, day-to-day activities that are not going to be uh, really impacted. Is it?
You said you said other stuff is just normal stuff, day to day.
Yeah, I'm thinking of normal stuff, the day-to-day things that we actually look at doing.
Mm-hmm.
And, one thing I'm going to do when I get back there, they sent me like I think the results to the questions that you guys answered.
Uh-huh.
Well, when first, I'm going to see if we can go through that and just look at some of the questions that you guys answered
Mm-hmm.
to see if we can talk to that. Um, but you know, all the functions that we do, I don't know anything else. I mean, the printing is a key thing that's going to impact during this transition. Um, the other things we just continue to do and manage. I mean, you look at affirmative action, you look at employee relations. I mean, we continue to manage through the process. And I don't see anything else that's really going to be a huge impact except the recruiting aspect.
Uh-huh.
We're selectors and making sure that we're providing probably the adequate support to the patients as we go through this transition. And you can mix that, as you said, probably tackling, making sure we address some critical things, ensuring that we are an advocate for or ensuring that we're working as a strategic partner with the managers. What else do you have down there?
Okay, so I have that's like okay, the critical processes I have like recruiting, employee relations, especially since we're going through this employment, so we're getting a lot of questions along those lines.
Uh-huh.
And then I have like what the data management. I mean, I said data management. Filing,
Okay.
updating the HRS systems and the filing, day interaction with management.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can ensure that as we go through this transition, ensuring that we keep the lines of communication flowing, with this as well. To see, as you make this transition, it's ensuring that you're able to provide enough support because you're in a new role, right?
Uh huh.
Look at getting the managers and stuff you're looking at somebody's looking at gaining the support and trust of your new uh, executive team that you're working with.
Uh huh.
Looking at building relationships. I think it's been a smooth transition when you look at going from an HRC role to an HR generalist because you've had some exposure to that management team over there already.
Yes.
Sort of building the relationships and between the folks has been a smooth transition. Sometimes you worry about that when someone new comes in, getting acclimated and adjusted and getting the respect from the management team. Sometimes you worry about that at times when you make that transition.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to fit in, but I think it's been a smooth transition process for you because you've already had exposure over in Charlotte prior, so they know about you. It's just a matter communicating effectively with them and let them know what's going to happen, because when it transitions from being in-house, because right now it's housed with you as far as doing the recruiting for the selectors and the drivers.
Uh-huh.
So one of the concerns we may have as far as how that transition is going to work, because they'll be based on the HR person will be based on a Fort Mill.
Uh-huh.
The manager will no longer have that interaction. That they can come to your office and say, "Hey, Carolyn, got a minute?"
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen? I'm wondering how that's going to unfold, because right now, Eric can sit down and talk to the HR person like you're there, right, on Wednesday.
Yes.
So that recruiting piece is going to transition from Charlotte over to Fort Mill.
Yes.
So how is that going to happen? How we got to make sure that it's a smooth transition as far as the recruiting aspect, because they're used to having that HR person right there to talk to discuss those matters, right?
Uh-huh.
Sure, they feel comfortable with the process. They realize how they're going to be really in tune with what's going on, and they'll have, an opportunity to, they'll meet that person. They'll have a lot of interaction with the HR person, so they'll make sure they're still getting the same support. That person is over at Fort Mill versus Charlotte.
Uh-huh.
So I think that's going to be a thing that, don't you think Eric would be concerned about that?
Yes, exactly.
Because, no longer will he be sitting down at the table with you, and you're going to be saying, "Oh, Eric, this is what we're saying on drivers, selectors, and running that report." That's going to be based on a Fort Mill.
Uh-huh.
This person's going to be looking at managing that.
Right. Okay.
So we want to make sure we don't miss any steps, and that's a smooth transition, that the management team over at Charlotte feels comfortable about it. By, educating them on the process, how it's going to unfold, and how we're still going to partner together until everyone feels comfortable with that transition.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
What are some other things you think of because if we go back and look at the duties, the HR generalist, and as we go through this transition, what you do from the HRC that you will no longer do, and now you're going to do something different as an HR generalist.
Yeah. So, but they haven't said what I'm going to be doing as an HR generalist. So all I can tell them right now is from the HRC side of it.
Yeah,
Right.
the HR generalist duties, remember, it's on that deck. So outline what an HR generalist is going to do versus.
Can I see that? Did you send me that deck?
What's that?
Did you send me that?
It's been a while since I sent it to you.
Oh, okay. I'll find it then.
But no, I'm headed back to the office right now. I'm going to pull it up, and we're going to we can talk about it as well. I want to make sure Nadia, as you look at the duties for an HRC, then an HR generalist.
Yeah, but see, even for that assessment, the assessment was more on the HRC side of it, because they said in the current role, so that there was no option for HR generalist. The only option was either HR manager or HRC. Remember when you did the assessment, there was no HR generalist there.
I didn't know.
Yeah, there wasn't an HR generalist. It was only an HRC and the HR manager.
Okay.
So I was looking at it from that part, because that's the side I was on before all of this. I mean, I was on that side.
So you were looking at it from that perspective. So
Yes.
as I went through, when we went through that assessment, I was looking at it from the perspective of an HRC, because I just now got into my role as HR generalist.
Right.
There's a lot of transition that's going to take place there that I'm going to have to do that I haven't done in the past.
Uh-huh.
Example, and you'll go through, for example, A, B, C, D, and E, right? These are some things that I haven't got the exposure to, but I feel comfortable and confident I'll be able to do these things as I get that exposure moving forward to it, and be able to take on and manage that. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm pulling up.
All right. So I will You about to go into the office?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go into the office right now.
Okay, I need to run up to Elizabeth and give her this schedule, and I can call you right back, or you can call me when you get in the office.
Okay, I'll tell you right when I get into the office.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Okay then.
Bye.
Bye bye.